Member for Kenya.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to really thank the Honorable Chief Konga for this particular bill. Madam Speaker, for the existence, the U.S. Senate and the U.S. House of Representatives, that's the Congress, for the more than 20 years of their existence, they have never taken each other to court. And whenever any one of them try to do so, the courts recuse themselves in all situations. So Madam Speaker, it's really been a wonder that in the last 12 years, we've seen so much litigation, most of the time originating from the Senate, on matters that could be resolved among ourselves as two houses without having to bring in a third party. Madam Speaker, there has also been situations where this House guides the Senate, and the Senate also guides the National Assembly in sometimes words and manners that do not promote amity and committee of working together as the two houses, Madam Speaker. And that's why I believe that this bill is very important in deciding how best these two houses are going to work. Madam Speaker, there have been situations where the Senate thinks they are superior house. In fact, the situations where we've encouraged forum shopping. People think that, you go to Senate, you get some better result than come to National Assembly, and vice versa. And Madam Speaker, it's really the reason, for example, issue of Shakahola. There was no iota, in my opinion, of jurisdiction. No authority, no legal power on the Senate to engage on the matter of Shakahola. But before National Assembly competent committees could get into the matter, the Senate already set up a committee, a special committee, on matters they have no competence on matters that they could not force anyone to do anything on. So then the National Assembly is left backhanded, yet it is the institution that has the instruments that should be able to deal with that. And so, Madam Speaker, I believe that once this bill is passed, and I'm happy that the two speakers that we have today, both have, one has been governor, one has been a senator, know what needs to be done. We hope that when this is passed, the other thing will be done. I can't agree with the Honorable Pukose more, that if you look at the fourth schedule of the Constitution, there is so much that needs to be done by the Senate to promote and enhance devolution, that you wonder why they want to put their fingers on matters that don't concern them at all. That's because if you see what's happening in the counties today, the corruption there. Last week here, I remember saying that the county assemblies cannot pass a bill on housing. I mean, it's simply because the Senate has refused to go out of its way and say that on all the matters fourth schedule that are devolved, we shall make relevant laws. In fact, if possible, make model laws for all the county assemblies to follow. None. Not on health, not on agriculture, not on water, not on sport, not on housing. All the time being busy with matters that didn't concern them at all. And so I hope that with the passage of this bill, everyone would know their lane. And where there are issues, people will solve their issues in a manner that promotes the good sense of these houses. And Madam Speaker, as I finalize this, I want to request our courts, because our courts are too eager to engage in matters that don't concern them. Our courts are too trigger happy that every time someone goes to court in a matter that touches on Parliament, they're like a fish that are seen a sinker and a hook. There's no single day that our courts have ever said that on these matters we recuse ourselves, that on these matters this is the province of Parliament. Never. I want to request our courts to understand that there are matters where their intervention is not required. No one has ever asked the courts not to talk about, not to listen to matters concerning bills we've passed. But on matters that concern these two houses, on matters that concern procedure, on matters that concern how these two houses relate, I believe, Madam Speaker, that it should be left to the good sense of the two speakers, and now the good sense of the law that are going to pass this morning to ensure that our working, the independence of the legislature, the independence of Parliament is always sustained, because in the last 12 years, Madam Speaker, we've really lost. We've really clawed so much back on the powers and privileges of Parliament that I hope this bill is able to return to Parliament. Madam Speaker, I support.
Thank you. you. The Honorable Kasim Tandaza, member for Matuga.
Asante Madam Speaker kwa kunipatia fursa hii niweze kuchangia katika huu mswada muhimu. Kwanza nimpatie kongole aliyeleta mswada Mheshimiwa Chapkwanga. Madam Speaker, ukiangalia majukumu ya Senate kama katiba inavyosema,